Most anglers look at a river and see water moving downstream. Experienced trout fishermen look at the same river and see a map of exactly where the fish are hiding and exactly why. Today we're talking about how to read current to find hidden trout pockets during the midday heat. This is one of the highest leverage skills in trout fishing, and it's almost entirely visual. No fancy electronics needed, just knowing what to look for. Let's break it down. Section 1. Why current reading matters in midday. The midday period, roughly 10 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, is historically the slowest fishing window of the day. The sun is high, water temperatures peak, and trout, which are cold water fish, get uncomfortable and sluggish. But here's the thing, midday fishing isn't hopeless. It requires precision. Instead of covering water aggressively, you need to put your fly or lure exactly where trout have retreated for comfort. These are the hidden pockets. Trout during midday are seeking three things: cold water, oxygen, and easy access to food. Reading current tells you where all three intersect. Section 2. The basics of current structure. Rivers are not uniform. Even what looks like a simple stretch has tremendous variation in speed, depth, and structure. Understanding the main current features is the first step. The main current tongue is the fastest, deepest part of the river, the V-shape of fast water you can see on the surface. Trout hold just off the edges of this, not in it. The fast water brings food to them, but they don't want to fight the current all day. Seams are where fast water meets slow water. These are gold. Trout station themselves on the slow side of a seam and dart into the fast water to grab food as it passes. Anytime you see a distinct line where current speeds change, there's likely a trout there. Eddies are circular, backward-flowing pools caused by obstacles like boulders, log jams, or river bends. Food collects in eddies because the circular flow traps debris and insects. Trout love eddies because they can feed with almost zero energy expenditure. Pocket water is the term for the broken, complex water you find below and around large boulders. Each boulder creates a small cushion of slow water upstream where the current splits around it, and a deeper depression with reduced current immediately downstream. Both spots hold fish. The downstream pocket is typically better and often goes unfished because it looks like fast, chaotic water from the surface. Section 3. Reading surface clues. You can learn to read current speed and depth entirely from the surface if you know what to look for. Smooth, glassy water over a riffle often indicates a shallow, rocky bottom, good for smaller trout and early morning fishing, but not where big fish hold during midday heat. Darker water generally means depth. If a section of river looks distinctly darker than the water around it, even the same shade of green or blue, it's deeper. Depth equals cooler water in summer. Target it. Boils on the surface, those upwelling circular disruptions that push water upward, indicate large submerged boulders or irregular bottom structure. The water is hitting an obstacle below and deflecting upward. There will be a current break and likely a fish right at that boil. Slick, slow water behind visible rocks or wood is an obvious holding spot. What's less obvious is the slow water upstream of those same obstacles, called the pillow. Trout will hold on the pillow cushioned against the current by the pressure wave the rock creates. Cast a few feet upstream of the boulder and let your drift carry naturally over the pillow.
Section 4. Temperature and oxygen. During midday, water temperature is your most important variable for trout location. Trout are most comfortable between 50 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. When river temps climb above 70, trout become stressed, stop feeding, and can actually die if caught and handled. At those temperatures, many experienced anglers simply stop fishing out of respect for the fish. The coolest spots in a river during midday are the heads of pools where cold water enters from upstream riffles, tributary mouths where cold spring-fed streams dump in, deep undercut banks shaded by vegetation, and spring seeps, subtle areas where groundwater enters directly through the riverbed and creates a localized cold zone. Spring seeps are tricky to find but worth the effort. Look for unusual clarity in a specific area or for congregations of trout that don't make obvious sense given the current structure. That mystery cluster of fish is often sitting over a cold spring. Oxygen levels are highest where water is aerated, rapids, riffles, waterfalls, and any area of turbulent, churning water. After a riffle breaks into a pool, the head of that pool, the first 10 to 20 feet where the current slows, is both oxygenated and food-rich. This is the premier midday trout location in most freestone rivers. Section 5. The Midday Approach. So you've arrived at the river at noon. The sun is overhead. Here's the exact approach to maximize your time. First, slow down. Walk the bank before you fish. Identify where deep water, shaded banks, tributary mouths, and turbulent aerated zones are. Make a mental map of the highest probability spots. Second, downsize. Midday trout are not aggressive. Drop to lighter tippet, 5 or 6x fluorocarbon for fly fishing, or 4 to 6 pound fluorocarbon for spinning gear. Smaller presentations fool cautious fish. Third, target shadows first. A deep undercut bank, shaded by willows or alders, is as close to a guarantee as trout fishing gets at midday. Approach quietly, stay low, and drop your presentation right along the edge of that shadow line. Fourth, work the seams below riffles. Pick your position carefully to get a clean drift without drag. Trout will reject any presentation that moves unnaturally across current lines. Finally, be patient between drifts. Midday trout aren't rushing. Give each pocket multiple presentations before moving on. Putting it all together. Reading river currents is a skill that sharpens every single time you're on the water. After a while, it becomes intuitive. You arrive at a new river and your eyes immediately find the seams, the eddies, the deep, cool pockets. Midday isn't a time to pack up. It's a time to focus. Find cold water, find depth, find shade, and find current breaks. The fish are there. They're just waiting for the right presentation. Subscribe for a new fishing tip every day. If you're just starting out on moving water, drop a comment below and let me know where you fish. We read every one. See you in the next one.